Hi, this is Mrs. Dedecker here to show you how you're going to do your assignment for the All About Wisconsin in slides. So first of all, you have to get into your Google Classroom for tech or whatever tech class you have with me, and then you click on the classwork tab. This is where you can find all of your assignments. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can go into view your work and find it here. It was just assigned, so I'm just going to click on it, and then you have to view the details. And once you're in the details, then you can actually go into the actual assignment here. But first I was going to explain a little bit about this assignment. You're going to practice some skills like adding text boxes to Google Slides and inserting and sizing a clip art image within your Google Slides. And while you're doing that, you're going to be learning a little bit about Wisconsin, like what the state animal is, the bird, the flower, the flag, the tree, and the capital city. So let's get started. So I'm going to click, it's under your work here. So I'm going to click on it. And it shows you some instructions. The video that I'm doing right now is be right here. You'll be able to click on it and actually watch it again if necessary. Um, and then here is a website that has some great information about Wisconsin where you can find your answers to the slides. So just roughly reading through these instructions, you'll do on slide 3, which is over here. These are all numbered 1, 2, 3, all the way through 9. And so on slide 3, which has a picture of the state of Wisconsin, and you can type your name and the current date next to the by. So you're going to replace the question mark with your name and current date. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go on to slides 4 through 9, which has some questions. You're going to insert a new text box and actually type in the answers to each of those questions. You can either click on the text box icon right here on the toolbar, or you can click on insert and click text box here. So there's two ways to create a text box. And then you're going to enter the answer. You're literally going to type in the answer to each of the questions. And then for, again, repeating on those slides, you're going to actually add a clip art image that shows a picture of each of your answers within your slides. So you can click on the insert menu again, and you can insert image and then just kind of hover over this little triangle, and then you see this search the web, and then it'll bring up a search window. So then next, then you're just going to repeat that for each of these questions. So before we do that, I thought I'd show you, this is an actual picture of how all your slides would look like after it's completed successfully. So going on to our first slide, where we're going to enter our name and the current date, which is 3/23 of 21. So you can even copy and paste. And then here I'm going to type in, I typed in Mrs. Dedecker and then the current date. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And you can always do Control Z if you ever mess something up. So you can always go back and do Control Z. And then now I'm going to go to the next slide where I have what is the state animal. So I need to go back to the slide which has the link to where I can find all these great answers. So I click it once, and then you click it a second time to actually get the website to come up. So it brings up this website, it's the Wisconsin government website, so it's pretty reliable. And now I'm going to look for the Wisconsin state animal, and I see it's right here. It's a badger. And we can use, so we need to type that in over here on my slide that says what's the state animal. So how do we get the text box? We can use the toolbar one. We're going to put it right down here because we want to put the picture in the middle. So I'm going to type in badger. And to make it nice and big for our booklet when we print these out, we want to make this a size 60 font. So you want to make sure you make it a 60 font. So you select it and then you just click on this up here and just make sure it's 60. So the state animal is a badger. Now I'm going to go to the next slide. It says, what's the state bird? So I'm going to go back onto my research site and I'm going to look for the state bird. And oh, it's right here. It's a robin. So I'm going to take that text and I'm going to bring it here and insert another text box and type in robin. And then now I'm going to actually select it now and make it a font size of 60 so it's nice and big. And then I'm going to go on to the next slide where I need the state flower. So I need to go back to my website and look for the state flower. So, oh, here it is. It's a wood violet. So I'm going to bring that in wood violet, going to remember that, and now enter that into a text box. So I'm grabbing a text box and simply drawing a box looking thing or a square. And now I'm going to select that text. You just simply click and drag your mouse over that complete text. And now I'm going to make it 60, and now I really want this to be kind of side by side so it's all one word there. So there we go, and then now I'm going to get the state tree. So I'm going to click on this website and look for the state tree. I might have to scroll down a little bit. Keep going until you find it. And I see the state tree here is a sugar maple. And now I'm going back to my slide and I'm going to enter another text box. And now another way to do this is insert text box. There's two ways to do it. Is enter a box and drag and drop to create that box. And now I'm going to select my text and make it 60. So it's nice and big. And now the next thing is for the state flag. Now this is going to be a little bit different because you're just going to look and see what it looks like. So you see what it kind of looks like. But you can simply type in the word flag down here. So I'm just going to have, so just for this slide, you don't have to really research it much, just to kind of see what it looks like. You can type in the word flag, and now I'm going to highlight it and make it a font size of 60, so it's nice and big. And then the next slide, I want, oops, I actually have it in here from the last demo I did. So it actually is Madison, and that wouldn't be on that website. Hopefully you got that from me in class. So you'll just type in the word Madison. It's the actual city that's like in the middle of the state here. And now we're going to go back and do the next step. So the next step, which is step 3, it says insert clip art images that show a picture of each of your answers. So now I'm going to click back here and I'm going to insert image. So I'm going to the insert menu, image, hovering over that triangle to get this additional context menu, and I'm going to click on search the web, and then it brings up this nice panel here where I can type in badger, so I can find what a badger looks like. If I type it correctly, you have to spell it right in order to find it. So now I'm going to click on this nice picture of a badger, and then you see way down here you got to hover your mouse a little bit over here and you see insert. You're going to insert the badger right there. And to size this picture, if you want it a little bit bigger, you always take it by the corner. Always take it by the corner. You can take any corner, but as long as it's a corner. What that does is it maintains the quality of the picture. Because if you would use this guy, you would end up making it look kind of flat looking. So we don't want that. So I can just go Control C and get it back to what it should be. And now I'm going to go and find my state bird. So I'm going to type in robin within the search panel, and I'm going to type in robin and hit enter, and I can find a nice picture of a robin. You just click on the picture and it checks it to show that you've selected it, and you have to click the insert right down here, and then it'll insert it right into your slide. And you can move it by clicking on it and dragging it to where you want it to be. And again, you can size it by the corners, and there you go. And now we have the state flower, so I'm gonna go to the insert image, search the web, and I'm going to look for wood violet. And here's a nice picture. And so I'm going to click on that picture and insert it right into my slideshow. Looks wonderful. And I can size it with the corner again. And now I want the state tree, which is a sugar maple. And we're going to insert that image again and then search the web. So I'm going to look for a sugar maple tree, and it actually gives you suggestions. You can actually click on one of them. So let's pick another picture. Maybe this one looks a little nicer. I kind of like this one. Or this one's nice and big, or this has a couple of them. So, oh, you need to uncheck the ones you don't really want. You only want to bring in one picture. So here I've selected, and it actually tells you how many are selected down here, and then you can click insert. So now I have my tree, and then the next thing is now I'm going to have to look for a specific flag. We don't want just a flag. We want the Wisconsin flag, so we have to click insert image, search the web, and we actually have to put Wisconsin flag here. And then it shows you a picture of a Wisconsin flag, so I pick the first one and then I insert it. And there you got the flag. And then here for this last slide where we have the state capital of Madison, I thought it would be nice to add a Capitol building. So I'm going to go insert image, search the web, and we can say Wisconsin Capitol. And then it shows you a nice building here. So I'm going to click on this building and then click insert and have that right next to my state of Wisconsin there, where it shows the Madison in the middle of the state. And then that would be it. That's all of your slides. I hope you enjoy this project. Thanks. Bye.